right, guys, today we're going to talk about formulas. So formulas in math and science, and we're going to rearrange them so we can solve for a certain letter. Okay, so formulas are just called literal equations. It just means where all the numbers are gone. So the numbers are gone and they've been replaced by letters. Okay, so let me show you guys an example of what I mean. So does anybody know the formula to find the area of a rectangle? So the area of a rectangle is length times width. I would think you guys know that. So the question is, let's say you're given the area and the length, how would you find the width? So if I was like, hey, tell me what W equals, what would you do to get W alone? And I'm hoping you guys would say, well, if we want to get W alone, to undo multiplying by L, we just divide both sides by L. And then we're left with W equals A divided by L. Okay, so that's what we're doing. If you were to try to find the width, you would take area divided by length. So we're just like rearranging formulas to get a certain letter alone. All right, so let's try some here. So let's pretend this is a formula. We want to get X alone. So the question is, if you wanted to get X alone, what would you move? And you would say, okay, well, to move a minus M, I would plus M to both sides. Right? If you're trying to get X alone, because then these will cancel, and we're left with X equals just Z plus M. And I just wrote the X on this side and the Z plus M on this side. It doesn't matter. Okay, so that one was easy. All right, number 2. Distance equals rate times time. Let's say you wanted just R. What would you do? All right, so if you want to get R alone, you would say, well, how do I undo multiplying by T? And the opposite of multiplying by T is dividing both sides by T. And then these cancel, and we're good, right? R is going to be D divided by T. That's the final answer. All right, moving on. Number 3. Let's say the formula is U equals A divided by K, and we want A. All right, so how could you guys get A alone? Well, we're doing A divided by K, so to undo divided by K, we would multiply by K. You always do the opposite operation. Okay, so then these would cancel, and I think we're good. A would be K times U. Or U times K. Order doesn't matter. All right, number 4. Let's say the formula is Z equals X times M divided by Y, and we want X. So what would you do on this one? All right, let's see. So to undo dividing by Y, we can start by multiplying by Y, because then those will cancel. And then we're left with Y times Z equals X times M. Okay, but we're not done yet. If we want to get X alone, how do we undo multiplying by M? Hopefully you guys are thinking divide by M. All right, so these cancel, and we're done. X is going to be Y times Z divided by M. All right, you're doing great. Keep going. We got a couple more on the back. We probably won't do all of these, but let's keep going here. All right, number 5. You're trying to get X alone. So how do we get rid of plus C plus Y? You would do minus C and minus Y to both sides. All right, so these cancel. And then, yeah, final answer. X is just going to be G minus C minus Y. All right, number 6. Y equals mx plus b. You guys know this one. How would you get m alone? Okay, and the hard thing on this one is you have to subtract the b first. First, you got to get that constant to the other side. Okay, so these would cancel, and it would be y minus b equals m times x. And now, if you're trying to get m alone, now is when you would divide both sides by x. And then these cancel, so m would be y minus b all divided by x. We're trying to get m alone. All right, number 7, you're trying to get r alone. So how do you undo r times n times t to undo multiplying by both n and t? We're just going to divide by both n and t. And you can do this all in one step. Divide by both n and t, because then they cancel and you have r alone. So r is going to be pv divided by n and t. Okay, and then we're actually going to skip number 8. I have an SAT example if you guys want to try it. So feel free to try it and call me over and I'll check your answer. Otherwise, you can start the homework. All right, thanks for watching.